So this is a video journal for June 4th, 2019. It's a Tuesday evening around 9:30. And I'm here in what's now Olympic National Park, what's now Washington State. Traditionally, I believe we are on territory of the Quileute here. Their reservation is a little bit north of here. And it was a good day, beautiful day, hiked in about 5 miles and set up our first camp. Teaching these kids to fall in love with the natural world and teaching them to see something bigger and better than their TV screens and their phones. And I wanted to take a little walk and just get a little alone time while they're playing on the beach down there. They're tossing a frisbee around and just chatting and having fun. We got a fire going. I just can't help but think about, I've heard it said before that cities are places of sensory overload, but I really increasingly realize that they are places of total sensory deprivation. There's no stimulation. There's nothing happening. Everything is controlled. Everything's mediated and moderated. There's no strangeness. There's no mystery. There's no life force. There's no energy moving through the world in a city. It's dead. It's inanimate. It's slaves. The world is filled with slaves serving your every whim. And when you're out in the wild, when I'm out in the wild in a place like this, I feel alive. I feel like I can't imagine being bored out here. I can't even imagine what it would feel like to be bored. I feel like I could live on this beach for day after day after day, month after month, year after year. And still, look at this. Look at this, I would never tire of the world around me. I would never feel like I do when I'm in the city, which is profoundly bored, profoundly alienated, disconnected. Little sliver of a moon up there. Mare's tail's got some weather coming in. This is probably our last sunny day. We're gonna get some rain coming in, but it's nourishing. It's profoundly nourishing to be out in a place like this. And it fills these holes that, check this out. 2 river otters running down the beach right here. I don't know if you can see them. There they go. They're just at the edge of the water right there. Jumping in the waves. They're going out to do some fishing for the evening, I guess. Yeah, there they go. And I'm just watching these otters swim out into the ocean, doing their evening fishing. This place does not exist for me. It was not built for me. This place has its own rhythms, its own tides, its own currents, its own energies and biodiversities, and it's more complex than I could ever come to understand, even in a lifetime. And in contrast, the city, what is a city? We live in these boxes, and we know every corner of them, and every bit of them was built for us. Everything is controlled, mediated. There's nothing that has the raw vitality of this. Nothing at all. Even in the most wild remaining parks and rivers that flow through the city, they're shackled chained. And you know, I recognize that it takes time to get to this place where you feel so comfortable out here. I've been coming out here my whole life and connecting to this land and realize, you know, surviving and thriving, being comfortable in all different types of conditions and going through all different types of situations, first aid issues, you know, hunger, cold, fear, loneliness, you know, exhaustion, all these different things, to the point where I feel comfortable out here. I know that these things can and will happen and that I'll be okay. You know, I can make it. I'll be fine. And then you get a day like this where everything just goes well and it's gorgeous and you just get filled up, you know, you just get filled up. So, you know, I know most of my videos are pretty heavy and pretty rough. I deal with a lot of shit on the day-to-day basis and try and peer into the darkest corners of the dominant culture, the darkest areas of our world, not to flinch away from what's actually happening. And, you know, and the way that I feel like I can do that, the way that I can be healthy and happy, is when I get out here and I have this and I can feel the other side of life, the other side of the world. And the beauty in everything.